Hey guys, this is Darren with East Woodland Survival. Today we're going to be working with solar ignition. Pretty easy process, just using a magnifying glass and some natural tinder. We're going to get two different types of tinder, and we're going to get a couple of bird's nests and we're going to blow those into flame. So let's get started with that. Now you can see it's kind of a little bit partly cloudy day today, but there's the sun. It's almost directly overhead, and that's what we're after. Now it will work late in the day, but today with the sun directly overhead like that, it's perfect time. Okay guys, for this first demonstration we're going to be using some tulip poplar bark for our tinder and for our bird's nest. And tulip poplar is really cool. The dead bark on it you can just kind of pull right off. Makes these really long little spindly things that you can add directly in. You can process this down and you can see these really fine fibers in here are really good for catching a spark, really good for making a bird's nest. So I processed a little bit of that down just by pulling it apart and rubbing it together. I put a little bit in this cap. You can do this directly into the tinder bundle instead of having to transfer it, but I wanted you guys to see the entire process. You can see I've already got smoke, but just because I've got smoke doesn't necessarily mean I've got fire. So we need to let this go just for a minute or so and get it really good down in there. And I want to make sure I've got a coal, not just smoke. One way I can tell if I've got a coal is if I can pull this magnifying glass away from the my tinder, and if it's still smoking, I'll probably have a coal in there. Another tip too is you want to focus the magnifying light to a fine pinhead, as fine as you can get it. And I'm going to get a pretty good sized coal going here. Got a little bit of smoke, but still not happy with that. I'm just going to let that go. No need in being in a hurry. That's going to go. I just want that to smoke. And just sit there for a second, make sure I got a good coal. It's just like doing a bow drill fire. You just got to go kind of slow with it. You don't want to really be in a rush and put out your coal. Blew it out. Got in a rush. Let's see if we can do it directly in. Should be able to. I'm going to just let that smoke a little bit. Didn't even have to pick that one up much. It's already in the flame. And there we go, guys. So that was our first one using tulip poplar bark. So now we're going to move on to our second one, which is going to be cedar bark as a tinder bundle. Second one we're going to try today, so I'm going to use some cedar bark. Cedar bark is pretty cool because it comes off little fibrous pieces like that. And in my tinder bundle, I've got a mixture of cedar bark and a little bit of birch bark. And we're going to wait just a little bit. Got a cloud covering the sun, but I'm going to process this down just into kind of a little ball. I'm going to put this directly in my tinder bundle. Now you can put that, on something else like this or something and transfer it, but then you take the chance of the coal going out as you transfer. So as soon as this cloud goes away here, we'll give this a try. The rest of the sky pretty clear, but yet that one cloud just like hanging there. Okay, our cloud's finally moved off, so let's see what we can get here. Guess it'd help if I took the cap off. Okay, I think I got a little bit of a coal going there. It's not much, but I'm going to just kind of leave it alone a little bit and let it smolder some. Don't want to mess with it too much. Afraid I'm going to put it out. It's still smoking a little bit, but I'm going to hit it again with a magnifying glass. Got a little bit better smoke going there. Just going to let it smolder. Don't want to take the chance of putting that out by blowing on it too hard. And I guess I got impatient. Let's try it again. Just going to let the wind kind of keep it going there a little bit. I want this thing to grow. I'm afraid if I blow on it too hard right now, it'll put it out. Just let the wind kind of take care of it for a second. Let's see if we can get this thing blown up into flame here. And there we go.